you comic readers. So I hope you have all seen the trailer for Batman, which is releasing in 2021, starring Robert Pattinson and directed by Matt Reaves of the Planet of Apes fame. And so today in this video we will be doing some theories on my theories of which comic book storylines may have inspired this movie extravaganza. As you can see in the trailer, begins with a man with a green coat and a gas mask tying up a person's face and leaving a riddle for the Gotham Police Department and Batman to find. And this is certainly Riddler, who is a supervillain in the comics and Batman's Rogues Gallery. And his main thing is, you guessed it by the name, and he says riddles and he commits crimes where it can be solved by solving the riddle, and that's his shit. And then we also have Catwoman and Penguin, which is a surprise for me at least, because Catwoman and Penguin have earlier starred in the Tim Burton's Batman Returns movie, and they had not been since. Penguin has not since been seen in any other movies of Batman, so this is a surprise, really. And in this movie, the Batman is a younger, much more inexperienced version of himself, as it has just been 2 years since he debuted as Batman, and the Gotham Police Department and also the city does not trust him that much. And he gets into fights and he's very brutal, as you can see in this. And so without further ado, let's jump into the video. So first, because it has Riddler as the main villain, and also because it is a younger Batman, my first guess would be it has some elements from the story Batman Zero Year, written by Scott Snyder and drawn by Greg Capullo, which is also an origin story. But the Riddler is the main villain in that arc. It also has Red Hood as the main villain in the beginning, but it progresses to Riddler. In that comic book storyline, Riddler plunges Gotham City into chaos by cutting off its entire connections, as you might have seen in the movie Dark Knight Rises. And there is the shortage of current, and there is a mob activity and everything, and Batman has to fight without any of the technology which is at his disposal, and he learns what Batman is. So yeah, you can see now why I think this might be a major inspiration for the movie, as this is a troubled young hero and he learns how to be Batman, which seems to be the movie's conceit anyway. And the next one, which was also an inspiration for Batman the Dark Knight, is Batman the Long Halloween, written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Tim Sale. As Matt Reaves has stated that this Batman movie is going to be a detective style story which showcases why Batman is called world's greatest detective, and the best Batman detective story out there is Batman the Long Halloween itself, which features all of the Rogues Gallery and also Batman's growing relationship with Catwoman, which seems to be a point of this movie. And there is also Sal Maroni and the Falcon family. Matt Reaves has told that in this movie we might see some of the Wayne's history's dark past, and here it is in this storyline there is a connection between Thomas Wayne and some of the mob bosses. I am not spoiling anything, but this is a very great detective story, and fans of the movie Dark Knight might see that the Harvey Dent storyline was directly lifted from this book, but the Dark Knight story was also influenced by Batman the Killing Joke. And anyway, the next book which I think is going to be one of the formative elements in this book is Batman Year One, written by Frank Miller and drawn by David Mazzucchelli. Okay, you get the thing. And this is also an origin story of Batman, but as Matt Reaves has stated, the movie is not going to be an origin story. But why I think this might be an influence for the movie is that this storyline brings forward how Batman came to be connected with the Gotham City Police Department and his relationship with James Gordon. And in this movie, as seems that the police department does not trust Batman, and how he comes to be trusted by them seems to be a major focal point. I think this movie is also going to be a huge influence on this movie. And next, I'll just say some Easter eggs and stuff. As you might have seen, there's one person is taped in the front in the movie, and this might be a reference to the supervillain Hush, who appeared in a story by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Jim Lee, Batman Hush. But it's also a detective story, so there might be some elements, but I can't be sure since Hush does not appear in person. Also, there's a a postal card which like has an image of an owl, which is okay. That's crazy, really. That might just be an Easter egg, or it might be like the clue to one of the movie's greatest twist or something, because this movie is set to like go into Gotham's past and its connection with the Wayne family, and then does not Gotham's past that does not go more than the Court of Owls, which debuted in the 2011 storyline Court of Owls, also by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. And this owl is their symbol, and so it might just be an Easter egg, but for all we know, it could also tie into the story. And maybe with Catwoman and Penguin, it might also even have some reference from Batman Returns, which was the Michael Keaton and Tim Burton movie. And these are my guesses of what might be there in store for this Batman 2021 movie. The trailer was awesome, and I hope it does justice to the Nolan movies, or might even surpass them. And that's all for today, and until I see you next week, thank you and have a nice day.